Hi you guys, welcome. I just want to say thank you already from the jump for clicking on this video and taking a chance to hear me out. My name is Allison. For those of you who don't know me, and you will get to know me, I promise. And for those of you who do know me, y'all like to call me WEEZY. All right, so the topic for this video is healthy alternatives for dealing with depression. Before I get into that, I did want to give a brief about me. First and foremost, I'm a mother of 3. Nadia Ray is my oldest, who is just simply amazing, beautiful, smart, all those qualities. She's my biggest fan, as I'm hers. And I have my middle child, Justin Anthony II, who is otherworldly handsome. And he also happens to be autistic, so that just makes him even more awesome. And then last but not least, Jeremiah Ezekiel, aka the Killer. He is the youngest, but he is most definitely the leader of the pack. When I talk about myself, or I'm ever referring to anything towards me, I do talk about my kids because they are my about me. They are my biggest flex. They are my reason 100%. I don't know where I would be without them. So I'm going to continue on. What is depression? The definition of depression. It is a disorder. It is a mental illness, only because it's not the same thing as sadness or, extreme sadness. This is a mood disorder that causes distress, and the sources of that distress is biological, psychological, and social instances. So, with that being said, how do you help yourself? I have, over the years, developed different types of coping mechanisms that turned into tools that I use to this day that keep me going every single day. Sorry, I'm like itching everywhere. I'm having like an allergic reaction to my nails. That's like a fun fact, I guess, about me, is I'm allergic to acrylic, but beauty is pain. Anyway, the bullets that I have for things that I came up with that I can talk to you guys about, referring to what I did to pull me out of these dark places that I once was in, are exercising, euphoria, dancing, listening to music, and confidence boosting. That one is a really, really big one. And let go and let God. So I just want to kind of explain briefly about all of those. I want to start with euphoria, only because that one was like the hardest one that I ever could explain to anybody. But this is like a great platform to just kind of put it all out there for everybody to hear. In 2016, I managed to lose a job, go to jail, get put on probation, and lose my apartment, all in a 2-month span at the beginning of that year. And I just felt like I had just had a baby. I felt like complete failure. Like everything that I had been working for, trying to do, it was just done. It was over with. It was like, what were you doing? What were you really doing? But I had to sit there and look at everything that I did have. Look at all the things that I could be grateful for. All these things that other people in the world are suffering from or don't have. And, you know, we take that for granted a lot. And I just told myself that that just wasn't the right thing to do for me as myself, the person that I am. Like, I'm genuinely an upbeat, happy person. I love making people laugh. I love making people smile. I like being there for people. I like listening to people. I like giving y'all a little bit of brilliance. But with that being said, I do maybe want to talk about that in another video. However, I do want to go back to the euphoria. The definition of euphoria is a feeling or state of intense excitement and happiness. So it's just like an intense form of pleasure. So this intense form of pleasure, motivates you to be inclined or invested or interested in things that we use to survive, like food, having relationships, sex, all these things start coming into place. So you're not depressed, you know, like you're not sad anymore. This euphoria that you're feeling is now causing you to come back to earth. How do you trigger euphoria? That is with exercising. That is with listening to music. I mean, there's a whole list. There's actually some bad things that could trigger euphoria, and an over amount of it could actually be harmful. So my thing is I was in this dark place, and I was at work, and I remember I hated my job, and I would sit there and just be upset. Like, I wasn't allowed to talk at work. I was just, not being recognized for what I was bringing to the table. And I was just annoyed. But then I would think about my kids, and I would think about how I'm going to be in a better place 6 months from now. This probation stuff's going to be over. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to find a different job. I'm going to figure myself out. Even though I don't know what's going to happen, all those positive thoughts made me feel like an overcoming feeling. And it would just make me like move faster and just be excited, like, for the end of the day. And even if I was just coming home just to see my kids and it was just a regular day, like, it was just those positive thoughts that got my mind and for my brain to be like feeling all of this. So then that kind of just ties into my other reason, or my other tool, is exercise. I know that is so much easier said than done, but man, to just like make yourself do it is already a task. So here you are making yourself like get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Because I think starting off your day like that is already just like a given. One should just do that. It feels good to do it during the day for sure. I did that today. But in the evening time, it's just not safe. So, once you get to that point to like, you have to like force yourself, like, this is something that you need. It's not about losing weight. It's not about an image thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to feel good, because exercise literally sends endorphins. It creates blood flow. It magnifies, your, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Anyway, so it causes and stimulates like a chemical change in your brain, it magnifies your mood. Because I know a lot of people can say, like, relate, like, man, I just feel so good after working out. Well, yeah, you do. Like, physically, scientifically, emotionally, like, all those things come into play with that. So I really just hope that people can actually like take the good things that are in their life and incorporate that into a lifestyle that's not only going to benefit you in so many different ways, but it just genuinely makes you a more pleasant person. It genuinely makes you happier. And so that goes into dancing and listening to music. I am a dancing fool. I can't dance, but I love to dance. I feel like as time goes on, I'm gonna kind of come out of my shell, and really show out. But just go to your room. I mean, who doesn't love those music videos from the 2000s? Like the way everybody was dressing. Not all the girls had to have big old booties. Like they could have small booties and they know what to do with it, and they're just vibing, and it's a whole nother thing. Anyway, you go to your room, put on YouTube, put on Fat Joe, What's Love, Why Not? And just dance. And then even go all the way back to all these songs that are coming out right now, like Savage, like all these TikTok dances and stuff. Like doing that alone, that is one of the things that triggers the euphoria that I was talking about earlier as well. So all these things just tie into each other, and it really just makes a good outcome. It really, really, truly does. And that's whenever my other tool is reassurance, confidence in yourself. That is so, so, so important, because it's just loving yourself. It's just looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, you are the shit. No matter what anybody says. Sorry. I guess it doesn't matter if I say cuss words. I don't really want to though. Anyway, you're the bomb. Like, screw what anybody else has to say about you. Like, as long as you're good and you're the one that's keeping up with your well-being, you want to get out of this depressive state and you want to be happy, you truly, truly want to be happy, nothing else is everything else is a non-factor. It really, truly is. So look yourself in the mirror and love yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and say something nice to yourself. Like, man, keep smiling, even if this doesn't work out, like the rest is in your favor. Like, be more confident in yourself. Be more sure of yourself. I mean, how are you supposed to tell people who you are and you have no idea? You know what I'm saying? It all starts with you. And to conclude that, you wouldn't be you if there wasn't a foundation. And me personally, my foundation is God. I was raised Catholic. I'm not a Bible thumper. I don't go to church every Sunday, even though I wish that I could and that I did. I am very in touch with God. I have a very wonderful relationship with Him. I pray not just when it's convenient, but all the time. I mean, I have to. It's belief. When you believe in yourself, scratch that. You have to have something to believe in. So whether you're not Catholic or, you know what I'm saying, like if you believe in God and you don't believe in God, whatever it is that you believe in, you have to believe in something. Because then if you don't, then how are you supposed to believe in yourself? There has to be that foundation. And so all these things I really truly feel make a great formula for really, really pulling yourself out of these feelings and these thoughts and these situations that you feel you can't overcome. You can overcome them. And whoever you are, if you feel like this is something that you needed to hear, you want to shoot me a message, I'd be more than happy to let you know that you are loved. You will always be in my prayers. And with that being said, I'm gonna let go, let God, let you guys go, because it's 2:45. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I can't tell time. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to possibly see you guys live very soon. Love y'all.